Hello, everyone. I am Akiri Delutolani Blessing. I will be taking you through Introduction to Sustainable Built Environment. I want to look at the course contents. I'm going to be looking at the sustainability, the meaning, the definitions. We're going to be looking at sustainable development and again sustainable built environment. And lastly, we look at sustainable procurement. So when we say sustainable sustainability, it is widely defined as the ability to be maintained at a certain rate or level. And then the goal of sustainability are related to the need for the conservation of natural capital and ecosystem services with a shift to a less resources intensive futures. Generally, it is referred to the development that meets the present needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. It is based on environmental protection, economic viability, and social equity. Then we want to look at the difference between sustainability and sustainable development. Sustainability and sustainable development, we can see that both of them are closely related, but this must not be considered having the same meaning. And we see that both of them consider the environment, it consider the society, they both consider economics with a future time frame. And the two terms have very different meaning and should not be used interchangeably. So sustainability look at the ability required to protect the environment as our base for survival while balancing social, cultural, and economic need. We see that it is accepted that the goal of sustainability are related to the need to conserve our natural world with a shift from the resource intensive current way of living. Though sustainable development is a process that creates growth and process through the additional of physical, economic, environmental, and social components to improve quality of life without damaging the resources of the environment. And this can simply be put by sustaining development in a way for people to use resources without the resources running out. So then we move to the meaning of sustainable built environment. And we see that sustainable built environment is a means of integrating sustainability principles into buildings and infrastructure. And then it's a sustainable built environment is one that is planned and designs constructed, operated, and maintained to minimize environmental impacts while enhancing human well-being and economic efficiency. Here we have the Sustainable Development Goals model. We can see that it combines social with it's combined social with you can see our social life combined with economic, then combined with environmental, and where we have sustainability in the middle, combine the three of them together. So when we say sustainability, it combines our social life, economic well-being, and environmental analysis together. Then we have our peace, then we have partnership, a good partnership and relationship. So sustainability and sustainable development, it comprises of social, environmental, and economic. So we can see that we have a lot of issues with in building sector. We are tagged with one of the industry that contributes so much into the excessive energy consumption and carbon dioxide emission. And then you see that this negatively criticized for playing a big role in environmental pollution. Next, I want us to look at the meaning of sustainable procurement. Sustainable procurement is a process by which organizations attain their needs for goods and services, works and utilities in a way that benefits the society and the economy. And then the activities of sustainable procurement is advocating for minimizing damages to the environment by reducing greenhouse gas emission. And then we see that if this is implemented, that this will improve energy efficiencies and then increase usage. And in particular, we see we have water and mineral efficiency, land and etc. And this will minimize air, water, soil pollution, removing toxic substances, and reduce weight and influence from the manufacturing process. When we look at um, sustainable procurement, we can see that it's a fast growing area of interest for both corporate and government organizations across the globe now. And the awareness for implementation are still comparatively low in our country, most developing country like Nigeria, we have. So we see that in the content of built environment, sustainability emphasize responsible use of natural resources, reduction of environmental degradation, and increase and then the increase in the way we efficiently reduce the carbon dioxide emission. And then we look at then it also helps in creation of building and infrastructure that enhance human well-being over the entire life cycle. So a sustainable built environment is one that is planned, designed, I've said it earlier, constructed, operated, and managed in a way that minimizes negative environmental impact by promoting um, efficient use of um, carbon dioxide. Then we want to look at the concepts that are associated with sustainably built environment um, form. And we have several concepts that are associated with sustainability in built environment. And then one of it is climate change. Climate change is a long-term alteration in temperature and weather pattern, which likely caused by human activities such as fossil fuel combustion. Then another one here is waste management, and the way we manage our waste. So the way we practice and produce some products that are disposed instead of reusing them. So especially during construction and demolition. Then another terms we use is water efficiency. The meaning is reducing water consumption through low flow mixtures, rainwater harvesting, and water cycle. So another concept we have is material that are locally sourced. Those are sustainable material. Those are material that are locally sourced, material that are recyclable and we can reuse and say we see that they are low in energy emission. Then we look at carbon footprint also. These are total greenhouse gas emission. They are caused directly or indirectly by human activities. Then we look at another term which we use resilience, ability of building and infrastructure to withstand and recover from environmental stress. That's another term we use under sustainable built environment. Then we have climate resilience, is the ability of building and infrastructure to withstand climate related risks such as flooding, heat waves, and storm. So another term is green building, building designed to use resources efficiently, then building that designed to reduce water waste to increase LD and indoor um, environmental energy. And then we see that energy efficient also, this is the using less energy to perform the same function. You can see the example, lighting efficiency and HVAC system. And those are things we can use to reduce energy emission in our environment. Then another term we have here is renewable energy. These are energy that are sourced naturally. They are replenished through solar, wind, and hydro power. Those are some of the terms. Then again, we look at life cycle assessment. Assessment of environmental impact of a building from materials extraction to demolition. Then the next one is environmental impact assessment, a systematic process to evaluate the environmental effect of a proposed project before approval. Then again, we look at um, sorry. So we look at radical transformation. This is um, a word to us that's going beyond sustainability. It calls for radical transformation of current social ecological system and it's underlying effective and worldwide. So there is a pleading to us that we need a change of lifestyle for us to have a better future handed over to the next generation. Thank you and God bless you.